So first things first, bolt carrier group. This goes into your receiver. It's got the firing pin in it. Your gas tube feeds into here, which helps with the ejection of the round and the feeding of a new round. Seats in the chamber. Hammer comes through here, strikes the firing pin, sending the round downrange. The gas is recycled through, pushing your bolt back, extracting the round, and feeding the next one in. Pretty simple concept, and it works great when all the parts are working freely, like they should. So for starters, to take apart bolt carrier group, first of all, you're going to look at this little cotter key. Just pull it out. Should come out pretty easy. Set that aside. Then you're going to take your firing pin out. That just drops out the back. Next thing, you got the bolt and your cam pin. You're going to take this cam pin out. So you push the bolt in. This is easier if you flip it around. Rotate this 90 degrees. And then it's going to slide out just past the gas port here. So this pops out. Set that aside. Now the bolt can just pull straight out. Now you got the bolt carrier. This is separate. Inside here you can clean all this up. Get in here with a Q-tip, clean this up. That's about it. Maybe wipe this down, and we'll just set that aside. This stuff doesn't really need much attention. Just wipe it down. You can make sure there's no buildup right in here. Just take a like a dental pick, a little metal dental pick, or a wire brush or something, and just kind of clean that with some solvent. You got your bolt here, so you can take this down further. This is your extractor. This just pops through with, you can use, I mean, you have to use a firing pin, but you can use something. Just pop it through. It's got a little spring loaded to it, so this just pops apart. Got this little rubber gasket and a tiny little spring. So you can get in here, get all this all cleaned up with a Q-tip. Your firing pin runs down through here, so you can get a little Q-tip and push it down through there with some solvent. Just get this thing kind of cleaned up. Make sure these rings are nice and clean, moving freely. Get any brass off of here, and use the dental pick on here as well. This will get built up with some brass. So once you get this all cleaned up, maybe just dab it with a little oil. Doesn't really need much for oil wise, more just the solvent to clean it. Start putting it back together. Extractor goes back on. Push down on this and stick your pin back through. Just like that. You're going to grab your bolt carrier and your bolt. Slide that back in. Your extractor is going to go on the side where it would eject out. And that should also line you up with the hole for your cam pin. Just slides back in just like this to get past the gas port. Rotate it sideways 90 degrees, so now the holes will line up and your firing pin will fit back down in here. You just drop this in, it slides in, and the last thing is put your cotter pin back in. You can kind of see it as it's going in. Pushes right in perfect, nice and flush. And your bolts back together. When you put it back in the receiver, pull the bolt all the way out, fit it up underneath the charging handle, slide it in, and then close it up and make sure it functions. And that's your bolt carrier group.